coming into our newsroom. First on CNN, one of the hundreds of guns that was sold to suspected smugglers in the U.S. government's Fast and Furious drug sting was apparently just used in a shootout not that far from the U.S. border. We want to quickly go to Washington now and CNN Justice reporter Evan Perez. And Evan, what can you tell us about this?
Well, Martin, a U.S. official tells me that there was this December 18th shootout in Puerto Penasco, Mexico, and one gun that was recovered near the scene there has been traced back to Fast and Furious. Now, Fast and Furious is the operation run by the ATF back in 2010 that allowed about 2,000 firearms to be bought by suspected smugglers. Most of those are believed to have ended up in Mexico, in the hands of cartels, most likely, and a lot of them have turned up in crime scenes. Now, we have some audio and video here from a tourist who captured a lot of this December 18th shootout between Mexican authorities and some cartel gunmen. We'll let you listen to some of this. Now, in the background of this audio, you can hear some helicopters, which we're told is Mexican authorities were using helicopter gunships to fire on the suspected cartel gunmen who were trying to get away from this resort in Puerto Penasco. It's called, in Arizona and California, it's a very popular tourist destination. It's also known as Rocky Point. 5 people were killed, including a senior leader of the Sinaloa cartel, we're told. But at this point, right now, authorities in the U.S. have traced back at least one firearm from the scene of this shootout back to this Fast and Furious operation. And this is something, obviously, the ATF knows has been going on and will probably keep going on for many, many years. They issued a statement to us, which I'll read right now. The ATF has accepted responsibility for the mistakes made in the Fast and Furious investigation, and at the Attorney General's direction, we have taken appropriate and decisive action to ensure that these errors will not be repeated. And we acknowledge that, regrettably, firearms related to the Fast and Furious investigation will likely continue to be recovered at future crime scenes. Now, this is obviously something that was very controversial. As you remember, the Republicans voted to censure the Attorney General in a fight over documents when this whole operation was exposed. But it's something that everyone knew that for years we're going to be dealing with. Guns from this operation will be turning up in Mexico and here in the U.S., Martin.
And the follow continues. Evan Perez, thanks very much for bringing us that from Washington.